Hello there, my beautiful souls for today. I hope you guys are having a marvelous start towards your day. And today's topic is going to be assertiveness and leadership in an integrated masculine. And to begin, I really want to talk about some general preconceptions before to help you solidify this. And so assertiveness, leadership, it is not coming from a place of power, a place to dominate, and a place of control or an inner fear, which more often than not, that's where control comes from. It is from a fear and that you have a desired outcome that you are trying to achieve. That is not authentic leadership. That is destructive and doesn't create a sense of unity, a sense of collaboration, a sense of teamwork within your dynamic. And so recognizing a healthy state of leadership and a healthy state of assertiveness comes from deeper knowing. It comes from love, the love of your values, the love of God, the love of spirit, the love of other people, and detachment. I'm not focused on this outcome. The outcome is irrelevant because I know I'm honoring myself in this moment, and that is secondary. I'm not basing my decisions based on a perceived outcome, because then your power, your integrity, your truth starts coming outside of you instead of coming from within. And so an analogy that I'd like to do is a healthy version of this is, as a leader, you hold out your hand and you're saying, this is direction I want to go. I want you to come with me. And so you're giving that other person a choice. You're giving them a decision to make. And that way it creates collaboration. It creates unity versus you just taking your partner's hand and dragging them along. That is very unhealthy and destructive. And so that is the ultimate goal with what you are working for. And so that is one component, healthy love, detachment. But then another component too, it's a balance. And your highest priority is the success of your mission, the success of your legacy, what will have the best outcome or best result with the in-moment awareness and knowledge that you have. And so with that, it's not as a masculine, I always have to be leading, I always have to be making decisions, I always have to be the one doing things. And so really where that duty comes in is if you could put the ego aside and you could put the value, instead of being right, always leading, into the success. And once you do that, you will recognize there are going to be places and there are going to be moments or experiences where I'm not in the best position to lead. I don't have either the knowledge, I don't have the experience, and I recognize there are people around me that have that at a higher capacity than I do. And so by you surrendering in that moment, you are creating the highest success that you can. And that is immensely powerful and shows that you are doing what you can to optimize success and well-being and empowerment for the container that you have built. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. And so in relationships with a partner, recognizing that they are going to have various strengths and weaknesses, and if you could utilize their strengths, utilize their gifts, and recognizing they're in a better fit for this position, perfect. I'm going to surrender and let you take control in this moment. And that creates a sense of safety and a sense of trust, because you are allowing them to lead in those moments and you're willing to surrender and let go of the rein. So those are some general preconceptions to really understand the integrated version of leadership and assertiveness. And so now we're going to the importance of it. Why it is imperative for you to be assertive and know what you want in life. Know what you are creating. Know what you are trying to build with the highest integrity, standards, values, and excellence within your life. No one, no external force has that power over you. Only you know what you're capable of. Only you know what visions are in store for you, and you are the dictator of your life in terms of your environment, what you allow, what you don't allow, and the directions that you're taking in life. That is solely your responsibility, and it is your duty and obligation as either a man to be consciously creating it and setting yourself up for success, and as a woman doing that in your capacity as well, and in relationship making sure that you have the best caliber partner who's also embodying that. And as a man, and if you're in the process of creating and building, if you cannot speak your wants in a very clear, concise, and authentic manner, if you cannot speak your desires, how do you expect to act on them? You can't. You have to, at minimal, be able to speak it. And if you cannot speak it, you will not be able to eventually lead it to action, which will allow you to build a container for your life and allow your partner to see that and to allow your word to become unbreakable, to have a weight that she could trust and she could surrender into, because she's hearing it and she's seeing it and she's feeling it. It is who you are. And even before then, there's another step: awareness. If you don't even have the awareness of what you want in life, how can you build anything? You're going to be complacent and satisfied with where you're at in the moment. And keep in mind, there's different perspectives with this, but ultimately, as a man, you should always be building and integrating and embodying towards your highest capacity, your highest truth. That is empowerment. That is honoring your masculine desire to build, grow, and create structures that are very intriguing and long-lasting and create value, create fulfillment. And this will create immense safety within your partnership, immense safety within your relationship, because you are creating congruency between your thoughts and your words and your actions. And by you executing and doing it, allow your partner or the feminine energy to soften. She doesn't have to step into this energy because you are constantly embodying it and doing it. So now we're going to get to the process of how you go about that. And the first in any step is awareness. What do you want in your life? What is the highest visions that you see in different areas of your life? Your finances, your body, your work, your legacy, what you're here to create, what you're here to leave behind, your relationships, your experiences and passions. What is the highest vision that you see? And then it's cultivating that self-belief within yourself. And how do you do that? By allowing it to seep into your consciousness, by allowing it to grow. And so you have the awareness, you discovered things that you want in life. And with it, it's pretend you cannot fail. Pretend that when you write it down, you speak it, it's happening. It's becoming a reality. You are creating it. And so now is the part of repetition. And before you start honoring it in external reflections, do it with yourself, where there is safety. And so one of my favorite tools for development is mirror work, because the relationship with yourself and God is of the utmost importance, and everything is a reflection of that. And so by you going in the mirror and speaking what you want in this moment, and before you begin, it's imperative to get grounded. Because more often than not, you're stuck in the head, you're not present with your body. And so your truth will be further amplified when it's coming from the core. Deep breathing into your body, you're feeling it. It's coming from your balls as a man. And when you could speak it, that is truly powerful. And so there are a couple different ways, and I'll give you an example. You ask someone what they want, and they're like, I'm not sure, I kind of, or I thought, or I think. And it's not clear, it's not concise, there's a lot of ums in there, and you can tell it's not fully present. Versus, okay, let's wait a bit. I want to eradicate anything that is no longer serving me or what I want to create in this world. And I also don't want to waste any time in my day that isn't serving my goals, my dreams, and my passions. And just by able to speak it, move your body, feel it, it's going to have a higher charge to it. And people will be able to witness that and experience that. So allow it to come from your body. Allow it to be integrated from your belly, from your heart, from your deeper knowing, because the mind can get tainted with traumas, disempowerments, core beliefs that aren't worthy, but your inner knowing in the present knows the truth. It is immensely intelligent, and if you connect to that more and more often and speak it and embody it, that's where the creation starts. So you have an awareness, you start speaking it towards yourself, breathing deep in your body, radiating your highest truth. And then the next part is where you start to practice externally. And keep in mind, as you're going through this process, guys, you're going to have opportunities throughout the day and throughout your moments to really speak this, to create it, to do it. And see how you show up. Are you going to fall into the old patterns? I think, I kind of like, or it's like, no, I've been practicing this. This is it right here. Boom, I'm going to capitalize on this moment. I'm going to embody it, and I'm going to allow it to integrate into my consciousness. And so the next step is having external practice. And so these are your support systems, a group of people that want you to shine and want you to be your best. Ideally, especially if you are more in your masculine energy, finding a group of brothers who will do this for you. But it could be sisters, it could be whoever, but someone who you know has your back. And so you're going to have them periodically, randomly throughout the day, ask you, what do you want in this moment? And you have to breathe, go within and speak it. No fear, no limitation, just full conviction and embodiment of what you're creating. And so that's step one, right? And recognizing when there's no resistance, when you're in a state of comfortability, it's easy. It's easy at that point. But what's even more powerful, more impactful, is how do you do it when things aren't perfect for you? You're very uncomfortable, you didn't sleep last night, maybe you're hungry and you haven't eaten all day, so you're already a little hangry in the moment, you're not grounded, you're not centered, there's already a lot of stress going on in your life. How do you show up in that moment? So if you could be in a state where you're uncomfortable, this could be cold plunging, this could be doing like push-ups, just a state where there's chaos around you. And then lastly, have them argue with you. Have them try to get you off your path, off your conviction by disagreeing with you. So for example, I want my finances to grow by 10% in the next year, and then that person challenges you like, no you don't, that's weak, I can't even hear you, that is stupid, I don't understand you, you have no confidence within yourself. So they're deliberately jabbing you to see if you still hold strong within that belief. And that's going to train your nervous system, train your body for you. And this is why detachment from the outcome is imperative. Because then you are honoring your inner knowing, it's coming internally, and it's not necessarily being influenced externally. So you're going to speak your truth despite the repercussions of conflict. And that is an empowering quality in anybody. And it's cultivated, it's grown in repetition. You didn't create your body, you didn't create your mind and your thought patterns and your beliefs overnight. It's going to take time to transform this. But I promise you, if you stick with these practices, it is going to completely change your life, your assertiveness, know what you want, give you direction, and create a sense of passion within your life. Immensely powerful. One last caveat that I have is your inner truth, your inner wisdom is great. There are times where you stick to it, no matter what, because it is so deeply ingrained in your values of who you are as in your man, and it's based on a self-love and the love of spirit and God in that moment. But it's also recognizing the external and some of these reflections and information that's coming in, if you could sit with it and then choose your highest outcome. So it's imperative to have the capacity to reside within your truth, not allow it to be swayed because it's the highest truth in that moment. And on the other spectrum of that equation, being able to modulate your truth based on the integration of new information, putting the ego aside and maximizing your success. Thank you guys for listening. It was truly an honor to share this concept, and I know you will develop your assertiveness, your wants, your drive in a very healthy and integrated way. I do offer coaching to help you guys step into your highest expression, your highest truth, and I look forward to working for you. Always choose your light and empowerment and rise towards your highest expression. Amen.